Hello student and a warm welcome in this new video. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the fourth chapter of the physics, which is thermodynamic. So before we go through the topic, it is necessary to clear the name of the topic. So thermodynamic is nothing but the combination of two words, which is thermo plus dynamics. So these two words are combined to form the thermodynamics. So as far as the meaning of thermodynamic is concerned, a thermo means heat and the dynamic means motion. So you may have get one point that thermodynamic means a flow of heat from one point to another point, and it's a behavior while it's a flow or while it is in motion. So it is nothing but the thermodynamic. But the definition which we are going to write in the exam is the thermodynamics is the branch of physics which deals with the phenomenon of heat and temperature and the interrelation of heat and other forms of energy. This is the definition that we have to write in the exam. This was the whole introductory part of the thermodynamic, but in this topic, which articles we are going to learn, we will discuss in short. So the first one is the thermodynamics system, second one is thermodynamic variables, third one is thermodynamic processes, and fourth one is the laws of governing these processes, means whichever the processes they have given. Now we will learn about thermodynamic equilibrium. Now here no need to take any stress because the title itself suggests the meaning. Thermal means we are already aware of that. The thermal means heat, and the equilibrium means there should be some equal quantities. We can guess ourselves. So this is the thermal equilibrium. We will learn in detail now. Now this thermal equilibrium concept we will understand with the help of this diagram. Now in the diagram you can see three objects are there. Suppose three of the objects are of iron metal. Object A, object B and object C are there. Object B and object C are connected with the iron bar. So three of these objects are connected with each other. Now let object A is get heated. But initially three objects are at the same position, means at the same temperature. The temperature of three of the objects is same. Now what we have to do, we have to heat the object A only. Then what will happen, the temperature of object A will rises, and as the temperature of object A will rises, it will start to transfer the heat from point A to point B, means the object A will start transfer heat from object A to object B. Now this will continues. Now after point B will get heated, object B will get heated, then object B will start transfer the heat to the object C. So in this way the heat flow will be from object A to object B and object B to object C. So this will be the flow of heat. Now what will happen, this transfer of heat from point A, B and C, from point A to B and B to C will be continuous unless the temperature of three of the object will not be same, means it will reach the point where the temperature of point A, B and C will be same. Then we can say the three of these objects are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Thus in short we can say the transfer of heat is continuous till the level of heat content in both the substance is same. Then we can say the objects are reached in thermal equilibrium state. Thus when object will reach at equal temperature, then we can say these all objects are reached the thermal equilibrium condition. Now we will see the zeroth law of thermodynamics. In the given diagram you can see three systems A, B, C. So three systems are represented by the symbols A, B, C, and the double arrow between any two systems represents the thermal equilibrium between that systems. So these three systems we are going to use to state the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So this is the simple representation of zeroth law of thermodynamics. So in the diagram you can see system A, B, C, and in the first diagram system A has shown in equilibrium state with the system C, and in the second one system A is shown in thermal equilibrium with the system B, and in the last diagram you can see the system B has shown in thermal equilibrium with the system C. From this entire observation of diagram we can say system A is in thermal equilibrium with the C. System A is in thermal equilibrium with the B. So system B must be in thermal equilibrium with the C, and this is nothing but the zeroth law of thermodynamics in the simple language. After this demonstration of diagram, we can say when the first system is in thermal equilibrium with the second system, and the second system when thermal equilibrium with the third system, then we can say that the first system is also in thermal equilibrium with the third system. So this is nothing but the simplest way of zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now we will see the exact statement of the zeroth law of thermodynamics. The exact statement of zeroth law of thermodynamics you have to write in the exam is, if two systems are each in thermal equilibrium with the third system, they are also in thermal equilibrium with the each other. If you think that this statement of zeroth law of thermodynamics is difficult to write, then you can write in a way, if the first system is in thermal equilibrium with the second and second system is in thermal equilibrium with the third, then the first system is also in thermal equilibrium with the third system. So in this way you can write the zeroth law of thermodynamics in the simple way. Now we will see the application of zeroth law of thermodynamics. So the zeroth law of thermodynamics is used in the temperature measurement by the thermometer. As you can see in the diagram, when we insert the thermometer in the water to measure the temperature of the water, then what is exactly happens there? What does exactly happens when you insert the thermometer inside the water to measure the temperature of that water? The heat from the water will gain by that mercury bulb, and the two systems, means water and the thermometer, will comes in equilibrium. Then the thermometer mercury bulb will rise in temperature, and that's what the exactly temperature of that water. And this is the application of zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now we will learn the internal energy. Thus, the internal energy of the system is the energy which is associated with the random and disordered motion of the molecules of the system. For your better understanding, I will give you one daily life example. Suppose you have glass, and in that glass there is water. Then the water molecules inside the glass will move in random motion, and they are not in order, mean they are in disordered order. Their motion is disordered. They will move randomly here and there, and that is nothing but the internal energy of that system. In the next video, we will be learning in the simplest and easiest way the three phenomena of system, boundary and surrounding in the easiest and simplest language. For easy and simple physics, subscribe to my channel and learn physics in very simplest and easiest way. Thank you so much.